Have you got pain in your Achilles? Well, in this video, we're looking at what it is, why it happens, and most importantly, what to do about it. Let's go. Okay, the Achilles causing you pain, agony, most likely when you first wake up in the morning and you jump out of bed, hopefully, try to put your heels down and you feel it. It's excruciating. Now, what's going on? Well, first of all, let's consider where the Achilles actually is and more importantly, what it's a part of. Check out this image. When you look at this image of the connective tissue, we've talked about this before, the fascia running through your body, you can clearly see that your Achilles is part of the tissue from the calf muscle, then that's part of the tissue from the hamstring, and ultimately it extends all the way up the length of your spine. Now that's important because if you start to appreciate that the position of your body higher up can absolutely influence the strain on the body lower down, it will work better when you try to fix this problem. Now, why are we looking particularly at the Achilles this time of year? Simply because a lot of you have chosen to go back to some activity, which is brilliant. Start of the year, New Year's resolutions. A lot of you might have even taken up running for the first time. So the Achilles becoming irritable happens a lot when the body suddenly increases the loading that it's used to. All right, so when your body starts ramping up the loading through your feet, through your legs, out of the ordinary, from what it's used to, a very common occurrence is the Achilles becoming thickened, where the tissue itself actually feels like there's a bit of extra tissue around the Achilles, or it just gives you this excruciating pain after periods of rest. Now, what do you do about it? The most common thing that you'll read is that you should ice the area. You should perhaps consider splinting it, placing the foot in a 90-degree angle, like these images are showing, so that you keep the tendon on a lengthened position. This will help to reduce the strain, particularly first thing in the morning. However, and this is the important thing to bear in mind, the Achilles has flared up, it's reacted to that sudden increase in loading, and it's a natural response. The thickening around the tendon is actually your body's immediate repair process to that increase in loading. It's sending more tissue to the area to help accommodate the strain, which is brilliant, very clever. However, the mistake that we make is we then ease off that pressure. So by actually going into a strategy of rest because you have pain, you're not going to solve the problem quickly. If anything, wrapping it up in a blanket and giving it a cuddle isn't going to improve things. The process to get rid of that Achilles pain is structured and it's consistent. What you need to do is load it more. I know this sounds bizarre, it's going to sound counterproductive, like you're going to cause more pain, and you will, but only in the short term. So this is what I want you to do. The first thing, check out this video. We're going to load the Achilles on a regular basis. You're going to get the balls of your feet onto a low step, the first step on your house if you've got them, the first step going up the stairs, going all the way through the heel by dropping it down. Let it sink below the edge of the step and then push it back up. Now at this stage, if it's still sore to push up onto your toes, then take the pressure through your good leg. Press up through the ball of the foot on the good leg and then lower the heel down on that affected side, the side that's uncomfortable. And repeat, 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 repeat. Do as many repetitions as you can throughout any given day. You already worked out that the first thing in the morning and any periods of long rest off your feet sitting down introduce you to the worst possible discomfort. It's when you've been still and you get up that it hurts. So it makes sense. If you keep loading it throughout the day as much as you can, what you're doing is you're triggering your Achilles to continue to get stronger. It wants to get stronger, and it's hurting because at the moment it's not strong enough. So load the Achilles. The conservative manage of it that you've probably read about, using ice and, as I say, other splints, that's fine. That might help. You can absolutely put some ice on the area. The reality of the area being inflamed, yeah, it's questionable. There's not an awful lot of blood supply that comes to the Achilles itself, but what you're going to do is you're going to numb the nerve endings there. So the ice can help. It can take the edge off it. But what you've got to do in order to get rid of this is load your Achilles, and load it consistently throughout the day on a regular basis, up and down with your heel as much as you can. That should start to improve your symptoms throughout a day and give you the confidence to then return to your activity that may have caused it in the first place. If it doesn't, it's not impossible that there's something else going on higher up in your body that's making you load the Achilles more, in which case you need to think outside the box a little bit and consider your entire posture. We've covered this in other videos. Feel free to skip through the library of videos that I've done. We've talked about how the whole body interacts with any other area. You might get some more advice from that. If you don't find what you're looking for, feel free to get in touch. I'd be happy to help you out. You can also use these contact details that are along the bottom of the screen. And in the meantime, if you've liked this video, click on the thumb, give the bell a click as well so that you get future updates through to your inbox. And if you like, share it with someone who may also benefit from it. Take care, guys. Drop those heels.